In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a list using Dan Kennedy's methods. There are three things that Dan Kennedy does when he's building a list that almost no one else does. And so I'm going to lay that out in this video, but you can also read this in his book, Magnetic Marketing. So if you want to build a list the right way, make sure that you do all three of the things that I'm going to lay out in this video, because if not, you may build a list that's unresponsive that doesn't make you any money. Okay, so the first thing that you got to do is create an ebook that is supermarket specific, that's answering their number one biggest question that they have right now. But this isn't just any old ebook. See, Dan Kennedy creates his guide in a way that it's actually in a sales letter format. So he's both educating and persuading and selling in his guide. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make with their ebook guides, is that they're just pure education based. So it's like getting a textbook, and most people get bored and they don't finish it because it's not entertaining and it's not inspiring enough. So you want to make sure when you're creating your guide that you're actually doing it in a way that's like a sales letter, which is really geared towards selling. And of course, you want to include really strong calls to action to get the people who are actually reading your guide to take the next steps. Now, the next thing is your follow-up game. Dan Kennedy is legendary when it comes to his follow-up game. It's actually one of his 10 commandments. There must be follow-up. And what he usually does is that he sends 3 letters. Now, I'm assuming that you're probably going to do this online, so that would probably equate to about 9 emails. And so you want to make sure that you're following up with your leads, you're sending those emails, you're including a call to action that is calling them to take the action that you would ask them to take in the letter to go to that next step. Do not change the call to action in this initial follow-up sequence, because if you start telling them to take another step different than what they saw in the letter or different from the first 3 emails, it's going to be really confusing and probably lead to them not taking action. So make sure that your call to action is pushing them towards the step that you want them to take, that you referenced in the sales letter and all of the previous emails until this particular campaign finishes. Oh, and another thing, make sure you over communicate and have super clear instructions on what exactly they're supposed to do. This doesn't simply apply to your email, this also applies to your free guide as well. Now, before I go over this last thing, if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because every week I release new videos that are going to help you build your list, generate leads, and make money online using sales funnels. All right, now the third component. There must be an offer. Dan Kennedy always says nothing leaves the door without an offer attached to it. And if you want to build your list the right way, if you want to do this in a way that's profitable for you, then you need to have an offer that's attached to the follow-up sequence that you are sending out. Now, if you don't have your own offer, that's fine. Don't let that slow you down, because as they say, the best time to build a list was 10 years ago. So you can use somebody else's offer if you don't have one yet until you make an offer, and start sending people to your own offer. Now, when Dan Kennedy does this, he is a big proponent of direct mailing people. That's right, putting a stamp on an envelope and sending it to somebody's house. I'm pretty sure that you're probably trying to do this online, which is why you're watching my channel. And so if that's the case, you want to check out this video where I reveal the top 5 tools that you need to start building your list super fast online.